know it doesn't make much sense. There ought to be a law against anyone who takes offense at a day in your celebration. Because we know in our minds that there ought to be a time that we can set aside to show just how much we love you. And I'm sure you would agree, well, it could fit more perfectly than to have a word party on the day you came to me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Grand Rising. Happy Martin Luther King Day. If you are a first-time viewer, welcome. My name is Joseph Long, and I thank you for tuning in. To all my returning viewers, hello, friends. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a powerful voice for compassion. He was a bold example of loving kindness in action. To him, unconditional love was not passive acceptance, but a moral imperative to act, to speak out, and to stand up for those without a voice. MLK's message of tolerance centered around the idea of nonviolence. It's not enough to avoid physical violence, one must avoid emotional violence as well. MLK once said, you not only refuse to shoot a man, but you refuse to hate him. At the heart of his message is love. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Let's carry this message into the world every day by cultivating compassion through mindfulness. You don't have to like everybody or agree with everything they do, but you can open up to the possibility of caring for them because our lives are linked. Here's a loving kindness practice from world-renowned compassion teacher Sharon Salzberg. This 10 minutes guided meditation can help you awaken to how connected we all are. Let's begin. Sit comfortably with eyes opened or closed. And we'll begin with someone who's helped you. Maybe they've been directly generous or kind or have inspired you, though you've never met them. When you think of them, they make you smile. Bring an image of the person to mind or feel their presence as if they're right in front of you. Say their name to yourself and silently offer these phrases to them, focusing on one phrase at a time. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness, peace, joy. May you have physical happiness, health, freedom from pain. May you live in ease. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you live with ease. Don't struggle to fabricate a feeling or sentiment. If your mind wanders, simply begin again. Now move on to a friend. Start with a friend who is doing well right now. Offering the same phrases to them. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you live with ease. And then someone who's experiencing difficulty, loss, pain, or unhappiness right now. Offering the phrases of loving kindness to them. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you live with ease. Offer loving kindness to a neutral person who you don't feel a strong liking or disliking for. When we offer loving kindness to a neutral person, you are offering it to them simply because they exist. You may not feel close to them or challenged by them. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you live with ease. Offer loving kindness to a person with whom you have difficulty, starting with someone mildly difficult. And slowly work towards someone who has hurt you more grievously. It's common to feel resentment and anger, and it's important not to judge yourself for that. Rather, recognize that anger burns within your heart and causes suffering. So, out of the greatest respect and compassion for yourself, practice letting go and offering loving kindness. May you live in safety. Excuse me. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you live with ease. And finish by offering loving kindness to anyone who comes to mind. People, animals, those who you like, those whom you don't. An adventurous expanse of your own power of kindness. May you live in safety. May you have mental happiness. May you have physical happiness. May you live with ease. And when you're ready, slowly, gently open your eyes. Namaste. Though you are back in waking consciousness or coming back to waking consciousness, I ask that you remain receptive as I continue our practice with with words of reflection. But before that, I just want to recognize my friends that's on here live with me on this MLK Day on YouTube. I see you, Miss Pat, Grand Rising. Happy MLK Day to you. Thank you. She says, be safe out there today. Watch out for the bikers. Appreciate the concern and the love. May you be safe as well. I have Miss Pamela on here, Grand Rising to you. I have Miss Talisa. What is that? More three Hampson? Oh, morning handsome. Grand Rising beautiful. All right. It's Monday. I had to hit. Yes, she's already playing my cheerleader, reminding us to hit those like buttons, hit the share, hit that notification bell, and bless you as well. And then on Instagram, I don't know who you are, Luta Boy. I hope I pronounced your screen name correctly. However, I want you to know I appreciate you for tuning in live with me. And I have Talisa and Miss Pat as well on Instagram. Thank you, ladies, for your support. All right. So moving on, as I stated, I want you to stay in that reflective mode as I offer you some words of reflection. Now, this week we commemorate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the 54th anniversary of his assassination. Today, I like for us to explore the ways in which the same skills we practice in mindfulness were part of the philosophy of nonviolence, crucial for the civil rights protests in the 1950s and 60s. The Greensboro lunch counter sit-ins of 1960. Dr. King's 1958 stride toward freedom articulated this philosophy in 6 principles of nonviolence. The premise that nonviolence accepts suffering without retaliation translated into the effective protest. The student protesters who organized the lunch counter sit-ins across the South learned to remain silent and still in the face of physical and verbal assaults. They practiced ahead of time through workshops how not to respond with violence, which is our body's very natural and hardwired first response. If you are looking for good programs to look at today, may I suggest that you check out the PBS's 1987 documentary, Eyes on the Prize. Please be advised of the strong language, as well as a scene in the Hollywood's recent The Butler, Lee Daniels' 2012 film, which depicts the preparations of those student protesters. One of the key skills taught in mindfulness is body awareness. Practitioners learn to recognize different sensations in their body and how these connect to their emotions. In reflecting on King's philosophy of nonviolence, I ask you now to imagine a time when you felt angry at someone or wanted to get revenge on someone. I then ask you to turn inward and try to notice or remember what that felt like in your body. To feel physically called to action by your anger. Since the body's very natural response to threat is to mobilize its resources and prepare to fight back. Are you still in awareness to that time when you were so angry that you wanted to retaliate? Good. Now, can you imagine the time during the civil rights protests? That anger I had you recall. Many men and women practice dealing with such emotions with the application of the philosophy of nonviolence. So I ask you, how may you apply the philosophy to your own life? And this is where I move into our talk about practicing peace. When we practice mindfulness, we are literally practicing peace. Not because our experience in meditation is always peaceful, far from it, but because we learn to respond peacefully to our experience, even when it's difficult. Stories of 3-year-olds who learn to self soothe in the midst of temper tantrums with mindful breathing, or high school students who head to their school's mindfulness room for a body scan rather than blow up at their teacher or classmate, show us that when we practice these skills, we prepare ourselves to engage with others non-violently. At a larger level, when we practice responding peacefully to our experiences, we prepare ourselves to seek positive change in the world around us and to meet the injustices we see in our world, or at a smaller level, the unkindness we see in the way that is most productive. So today, we honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We honor MLK Day by continuing to practice mindfulness on a daily basis, by using creative ways to respond to difficult people and situations non-violently. And so it is. If you haven't already done so, as my beautiful Talisa has already advised and reminded us, please click on that like button, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you care to, share. That will mean a lot to me, and that will greatly help with my algorithms. Please note that there will not be a guided meditation this evening. However, you are welcome back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube and Instagram channels, as we touch on another topic designed towards living a better life. I want to thank each and every one of you, whether it's live or this pre-recorded video. I want to thank you for taking the time to meditate with me. Thank you for listening to today's message on peace. Know that I love you and I appreciate you. This practice has now ended. See if you can bring some of this energy of loving kindness into your day. Peace and blessings.